We had the opportunity to spend nearly 3 weeks in Iceland, and we took this opportunity by the horns. Join us on our adventure, experiencing the stunning landscape and culture of this beautiful island. It began landing into Keflavik and picking up our hire car. We made our way from Keflavik to Reykjavik, where we had some time to get some food and see a few sights that evening. The next morning I was up early for a run so we could get going and get started on our version of the Golden Circle. It would be a long day, but a wonderful one. First up was Thorufoss, an understated waterfall and a lovely quiet spot to ease us into the day. Then it was on to Giza. Hey. After walking around the geysers, we moved on to Gullfoss. Gullfoss needs little introduction. It is simply an enormous force of nature, and even though I've seen it before, it took my breath away for a second time. After Gullfoss, we made our way to Hrunalaug, the only commercial hot spring we visited on this trip. We picked Hrunalaug because we liked the history behind the place, and it was more detached and secluded than the other hot springs. It was quiet, fairly cheap to enter, and had the stripped back feel we prefer. After our dip, we drove to Jalpafoss. This was a fairly long detour, but well worth it if you have an interest in geology. The waterfall itself isn't particularly big, but the rock formations surrounding it are spectacular. The day was marching on, so it was then time for us to make our way to our accommodation near Vik. Our first day here began with me heading out for a run to Dirhale, a headland known for its bird life and its views. We timed our afternoon visit to Reynisfjara to coincide with low tide, so that we could safely explore more of the area without being at risk of sneaker waves, and so we could get away from the crowds. The following day, we made our way to Skogafoss for a day of hiking and exploring the waterfalls up the river Skoga. Our hike lasted around 6.5 hours. We saw very few people most of the time we were up here. Next up was a touristy day in Vik. I felt I had to start the day with a coffee from School Beans Cafe. It was the best cup of coffee I have ever tasted. Then we headed over to Vik Horse Adventure to ride Icelandic horses out along the Black Beach. It was a really lovely experience, and I'm very glad we chose to do this. Afterwards, we went to the visitor centre to look at the Keflavik exhibition, and following this, we went out and followed the Vik culture walk route through the village, learning about the village history and getting to see parts of Vik you might not otherwise end up seeing. We stopped by the Katla wool shop, which is the best place in Vik to get handmade Icelandic wool items. To finish off the day, we headed over to the lava show. This was a really cool educational experience about volcanism in Iceland, with a practical demonstration of how lava acts and reacts during an eruption. Then it was time for our journey to continue, with 2 days driving east and then north. Join us as our adventure continues.